Hey everybody, greetings and welcome to Nerdsmith Presents 9 Hells of a Good Time. It's a 12 one-shot episodes featuring 12 different DMs and 48 different players over the month of October. So I am Raven. A little bit about myself. I am a tabletop RPG streamer, designer, and professional GM. You can find me at twitch.tv/RAVVYN. You can also find me on Twitter at TheRaven, like it's spelled right down below. And with that, let's introduce our players a little bit. We'll go around. If you all would tell us briefly a little bit about your character and where we can find you. So we'll start with Androlam.
Hi everyone, I'm Spencer. I'll be playing Androlam tonight, who is a Loxodon cleric of something I've decided to call the Great Library. You can find me at the Scald DM on Twitter, and you can also find my music online at under the name Owl King, where I've released a cover of David Bowie. Album of David Bowie covers. You can find that around. And there's another band on there also under that name, and I am not them.
Very cool. And then Tabby, tell us a little about your character and where we can find you.
Hi, I'm Tabby. I don't know if anybody can hear me. You can find me on most social media at Tabby LaRosa. This is my first Twitch stream, so thanks very much for having me. Yay! I am playing Wick, the Halfling Ranger, and this is my first time playing a Halfling, first time playing a Ranger, so thanks again for that too. Anyway,
Awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Most of my social media is my burlesque and cosplay, and a little bit of D&D.
Cool. Well, thank you. And Victoria?
Oh, hello. I'm Victoria, and you can find me on Twitter as Pink Eldritch. Wonder why. And you can also find me on the D&D 5e Actual Play podcast, Sacrosanct. And tonight I will be playing a tiefling paladin named Alia. She's pink too.
Of course. Perfect. All right. And then we'll pass it on up to Lantair here.
Hey, I'm Jordan, and you can find me on Twitter at DM of Chaos C. Love me some D&D. And yeah, I am playing Lantair, who is a changeling druid. So I'm interested to try out that combination.
Very cool. Very, very cool. It sounds like a really interesting party. And with that, just a little bit about what we're doing here. We're celebrating the release of Wizards of the Coast module Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Tonight's episode has a couple sponsors, one being World Anvil. They're the most robust campaign management software on the market, constantly coming out with new exciting features and ways to support creativity in world building. So you can light up the forge with World Anvil. Second one being Die Hard Dice. They are the purveyors of the finest polyhedrals in the multiverse. They come out with new sets all the time. Each one is incredible as the last. You can win a set of their brand new Brimstone set by entering the code #unclean now into the chat. And if you want to roll the best, then go to dieharddice.com. And I can also attest that they are pretty amazing because I am using them right now. Special thanks to Will Crossweight composing our intro song for us, and Angela for making our wonderful intro video. You can find them on Twitter at @crossweightmusic and at darling_gypsum, respectively. Tonight is the 11th standalone episode of the epic one-shot series 9 Hells of a Good Time. Again, it's our 12-part exploration of the newest D&D supplement, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Hope that you'll join us for the ride on all 12 adventures. So like I said, I believe this is the next to last one. So there will be one more after this. And then you can catch past episodes on the Twitch videos, or you can go to the Nerdsmith YouTube after they've aired. So there should be quite a few of them on there now. And with that, we'll kind of jump into our episode here. So this episode is called Cleanup on Level 4. And on that note, our intrepid party has found themselves braving the different levels of hell and everything, and they've landed into something that they did not expect to see, something very unlikely and peculiar. As they stepped through a door with a suspicious-looking H with a circle on it, they step into what looks like your modern-day supermarket. There's a big sign that says, "Circle H, we're having a hell of a sale," with some very interesting music, as you can probably hear. So with that, I will leave it to the party. You can see we have on Roll20 a picture right now. I'll describe it a bit. It's basically your basic produce section. There's a deli over on the back wall. Pretty much looks like, if you're in the U.S., if you've ever been into a Super Target or a Walmart or your local grocery store that has like everything plus all of the home and garden stuff. It's pretty much what it looks like, and you're all standing in the produce section. What do you do?
So, guys, what's where have we found ourselves?
It says they're having a hell of a sale.
Is that some kind of joke?
Oh, it is hell.
Oh boy. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Just doesn't quite look like hell.
I'm not here for fun. I am here to learn.
Well, why don't we go learn where we are?
After you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you lead the way.
And she will
All right.
do that.
Perfect. And with that, let me have you give me a perception check.
Oh
as
boy.
Delve a little bit deeper into things here.
It's a -1, everyone, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, this is going to be great.
9!
9. Okay. So as you're looking around, you notice that there's fruit, and there's an assortment of cheeses, though all of them look very unusual, having these weird wrappings and labels that you haven't really ever seen before. But that's about all you're able to see. And anybody else that would like to look around, you're welcome to make a perception roll as well.
I'll go ahead and look around. I'm specifically looking for things I could not find in the material plane.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Ooh. I need it. That was bad. Total of 15.
15? Okay.
It's bad.
So
it started bad.
As you're looking around, you do get the sense, since you're specifically looking for things that you couldn't find in the material plane, you do get the sense that there's maybe something a little bit off about this fruit. The stuff with different labels and things like that, so the wrapped cheeses and the hummus containers and all that jazz, definitely looks very strange to you, and like nothing that you've really seen where you're from. But the fruit also just looks odd. You couldn't say exactly what's weird about it. It just feels a little bit off. Would anybody else like to take a look around as well?
I'd like to see if there's anybody around.
Okay. Looking for shoppers or people that work there?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
I'll cast guidance on that. That can work.
13.
The 13, you look around, and you notice mostly the same thing that everybody else has so far. The fruit doesn't necessarily seem all that weird to you. It just looks like regular fruit. But the wrapped packages, they look unusual to you. And as you look around for somebody that maybe works there or another customer or adventurer, just any person, you kind of do the slow 360 and you can see there are other aisles off in the distance of the store, different sections where there's different wares and goods that you could potentially shop for. You don't notice any people, but you do notice that the door that you've come in through doesn't seem to be there anymore. It's just a wall.
It would seem that we are trapped.
What? She turns around. She had no idea because she was really interested in this fruit.
I told us that we shouldn't have gone through that door.
It opened automatically. I don't see what else we could have done.
It made a noise.
Fair.
Your characters also hear this music that we're all hearing as well. Just by the way, forgot to mention that. So yeah, everything seems very quiet other than the music. The doors are gone. Everything seems a little off to you. But otherwise, there doesn't seem to be any looming threat or anything to necessarily worry about other than you can't leave.
How would you guys feel about me taking 10 minutes to do a ritual detect magic and scanning around these fruits?
That's a good idea, too. I was just going to suggest that one of you eat something.
I'll start with the detect magic, thank you.
Hey, what kind of fruit is this?
So let's see. Assuming that you don't already know what kind of fruit it is, you could try, I'd say nature or survival to know if they are good to eat and what kind of fruits they are.
Those are just as bad as perception, everyone, so let's go ahead. Whichever one I just rolled, it's a 13.
Okay, that's actually not bad. Most of the fruits you are familiar with. You can tell that there are apples. You can tell that there are potatoes. There's some grapes. There are some fruits that you're unable to identify that look a little bit odd. But you immediately spot the apples and the grapes and the potatoes and maybe even some carrots here and there that you can identify. They seem fine.
Yeah, can I pick up a grape and kind of squish it? Not squish it, but it's not soft or rotten feeling or anything like that?
Sure. So as you pick it up and you're kind of looking at it and feeling the grape to see what's going on it feels like a normal grape. It's a little cold, which might surprise you. But otherwise it seems like a normal grape.
Huh. Is it a purple grape or a green grape? Very important.
Let's find out. It is a purple grape.
Oh man, guys, I wish it was a green grape.
There must be some green grapes around.
As you say that,
maybe eventually it'll turn into a grape.
Yeah, as you say, man, I wish it was a green grape. You glance down and notice there's a couple of bags of green grapes there that you hadn't seen before.
Hey, I found them! I pick one up in the other hand.
Okay.
Not rotten or weird either. Is it also cold?
It's very cold, not frozen, but it's basically refrigerated. But otherwise, it seems like a normal grape.
Huh. I think I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna hold these 2 grapes.
Okay. All right.
And just waiting for my detect magic to finish.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for grapes. I want to try one.
Okay. Do you wait for Androlam's spell to be done, or do you go ahead and pop a grape in your mouth while you're waiting?
I'll be honest, I saw her messing around with them, and she made them look appetizing. So I'm probably not going to wait.
That's
okay.
Fair.
As you eat this grape, which color did you go with, the purple or the green?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. So as you eat the purple grape, it's got that really nice sort of thicker skin that you have on those purple grapes, and there's this burst of sweetness, and it's very cold and refreshing, and it's probably the best grape you've ever tasted in your life. And the flavor kind of lingers in your mouth, and then once you've finished eating this grape, you find that you are really craving grapes.
God damn, these grapes are good.
What, really?
Yes, they're so good. Just come have one, please. As
I'm
just
walking
shoveling.
around with one, so I think she's gonna take a half bite out of the green grape.
Okay. Similar experience. The skin's a little bit thinner, as green grapes do tend to have that thinner skin. But there's that just sharp burst of flavor in your mouth as you bite into this green grape. It's, again, extremely refreshing and cool. And you probably couldn't say a time that you had a better tasting piece of fruit. And as that flavor sort of diminishes after you've swallowed the food, it leaves you with this very strong craving for grapes.
These are really good grapes. Have you guys had cotton candy grapes? They look like this, but they taste like cotton candy, but these ones are better. And she's gonna walk over and pick up a bunch, and she's just gonna walk around. She's gonna keep looking around, but she's popping them like popcorn, I guess, as she walks around.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
as you
one
do
to
this. Okay. Does Wick eat it? I can't hear. Doesn't eat it? Okay.
Does not eat the grape.
Perfect. Okay.
Wick, why?
Just I'm gonna save it for later. Thanks, man.
That's really smart of you. And she's still just eating grapes.
Okay. So for, is it Lanterra? Am I saying that correctly for your character?
Sure.
Okay. for Lanterra,
Lanterra. I go by both.
Lanterra, perfect. So as you, I assume you're also eating more of these grapes.
Am I? Yeah.
Okay. The more you
Throwing
eat,
them
it's
back.
they're like Pringles for both of you, for you and for Alia. The more of these grapes that you eat, the more grapes you want. And I'm going to have you both give me a Constitution save.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
There it is.
That is 8.
Okay.
That's 10.
10. Okay.
High five!
Perfect. Okay. We'll come back to that in a minute. So for Andrelom, as they're walking around eating grapes and having a good old time, your ritual finally finishes. So you did detect magic, right?
Yes.
Literally everything around you detects as magical.
Guys, I would not eat. Oh, no. I was gone for 10 minutes. What have you done?
Grape?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still here!
The food, the wrappings, even the floor tiles, everything detects as magical. Yeah.
Don't touch anything.
Hey, do you want a grape? They're so good.
So good.
Can I slap the grape out of their hands? Just
Certainly. Let's just do a basic unarmed attack versus AC.
That's an 18.
Hits?
Okay, so yeah, you slap the
Same.
grape out of our paladin's hand here, and the druid as well.
Stop eating those.
Why? I mean, are you gonna make wine? That takes a while. They're pretty good as grapes.
Yes, we are going to make wine, so if you eat all the grapes, there will be none for wine.
I think I'd rather have the grapes right now, though. They're so good. You should just have one.
I don't know if I trust you.
Actually, as you've gone a few seconds now without eating a grape, you're starting to feel kind of giggly, a little loopy, and you're kind of really annoyed that you no longer have a grape in your hand.
Giggly and loopy. I'm always like that.
This is serious business. But great
It's great business. Maybe we
I'm
could
gonna-
look around and see if there's a way to more grapes or out, but more grapes on the way.
More grapes. More grapes.
Like, you
Perhaps
beautiful
in some
genius.
Perhaps in
There,
some kind of warehouse.
Yeah. You could. Let's see. I will let you do an insight check to know if there would be more grapes elsewhere in the store.
Okay, you said perception or insight, sorry.
Insight. Because you're probably not familiar with like the layout, but it is set up to be kind of intuitive, so you might be able to guess.
Sure, absolutely.
You said we see other shoppers around. Is that right?
No, there's
No.
nobody in the store except you all, as far as you can see, and it's very, very quiet except for the music overhead, which is the
music is
same
going
song looping over and over again.
This is going to drive me mad before you do.
This is definitely still hell. By the way, I rolled a 17 and with a -1, that makes it 6.
Okay, with a 16, this sounds logical to you. You're like, okay, yeah, this is a store. They probably have, extra inventory in the back. So yeah, maybe I could get a lot more grapes. You also recognize that there is a giant pile of bags of grapes on the table right here as well.
Oh god, I feel so silly. And she's just gonna walk over and pick up another bag like a purse and just start like popping from there, and then she's gonna, so guys, you wanna keep looking around?
Wick,
Okay.
why don't you come with me and we'll find someone who can help us while these two eat grapes.
You want to leave them to eat grapes?
No, they're mobile. Look, I can just take them with me.
There you go. They're mobile grapes. But yeah, wherever you want to go, man.
Well, let's see if we can
Grapes
find some way
on
to
the
pay for
go.
these grapes.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. We do
Um,
have to pay for these grapes. We don't want to steal.
Give me Androlum. Let me have you give me a perception check to look for a way to pay for them.
That's a 17.
Okay. You do notice some cash registers off in the distance. You can see that there's these aisles with these giant glowing signs that have numbers on them, and you can't really, you're not really familiar with what a cash register is necessarily, but you can see that there are currency symbols underneath of these giant glowing signs with numbers on them. And your best guess is like, I'm pretty sure that's where we could go purchase these. And there's enough cover between you and there that you're not sure. There might be people over there that are just out of view.
Let us carefully head towards these registers. I shall lead the way.
Okay. Does everybody follow?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I got a bag of grapes for the road.
You
Okay.
and me both.
As you all approach the cash register area, I'll have Lantaire and Alia give me another Constitution save.
Oh, jeez.
6.
Okay.
12.
12? Okay.
12.
Lantaire, these grapes still taste amazing for you, and you're like, these are the best freaking grapes ever. But you start to realize that you feel not normal eating the grapes. So you kind of realize that these are not normal grapes. And why am I craving these so much? What do you decide to do about it?
I'm going to look to Wick. We have a really good relationship, her and I. And I'm just gonna ask, did something happen somewhere that I don't know about? Am I pregnant? I'm just craving these grapes. I don't know.
I mean, it
it's-
ain't mine, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations. I don't think so. But
Maybe it's maybe magic.
stop. Maybe you shouldn't eat them for a little bit. See if you feel better. Yeah. You want me
But
to?
they're just so
hold 'em
good.
for you? I know. Why don't I hold them for you, and you can focus on the joys of motherhood. I don't know, man.
Okay, portion me. Help me portion. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give her the bag.
I'll just take it and hang on to it, like under my coat.
Okay.
On my coat.
Okay, perfect. As you no longer have the grapes in your hand and you're no longer eating them steadily, you start to feel a little kind of hungover. It's not bad, but a little bit of a headache, a little fuzzy-headed, and yeah, you're not feeling as happy and giddy as you were a minute ago. Alia, on the other hand, you are high as a kite and addicted to these grapes now. So, yeah, you will need.
I just
Yeah,
don't
you
know
will
why
need-
nobody's eating these grapes. They are so good.
Yeah, everything looks sparkly. You're very, very happy and pretty much agreeable to whatever's going on in the room at the moment. You're extremely high and it's noticeable. And at this point, if you don't continue to eat the grapes every so often, you will start having withdrawal symptoms.
Man, guys, I guess I just live on grapes forever now because this is great. This is so good. You know, you always hear about these fad diets, but I feel like this is really the way to go.
All right. And with that, you approach the cash registers and you all do see somebody. You see this looks, if you had to guess, you'd say maybe it's a tiefling. He's got red skin and these really cool looking horns that are unlike any tiefling horns you've ever seen. They're like this darker shade of red, almost like a burgundy color. And not just Alia, actually everyone sees that these horns are also a little bit sparkly. For Alia, they're super sparkly. And he's wearing just this sort of white button-up, modern-looking shirt and a red vest, which has that same circle with an H in the middle that you see on all the signs and everything. And as you approach, he turns around and goes, "Oh, well, welcome to Circle H."
Yes, thank you. Where is the door?
The door? What do you need a door for?
Yeah, what do we need a
Oh.
door for?
You know, entering, exiting, that sort of thing. Normal things you use doors for.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. And he pulls out a little notebook out of his vest pocket and flips through it. Goes, "Oh yes, home improvement. That would be aisle 6."
Aisle 6.
Yes,
Is
it's
that-
over there. It's way at the back of the store.
Thank you.
Also, quick note to the players: in Roll20, you do have a handout called Directory, which all of you are free to edit and write in to keep track of where things are as you discover that. So now would be a good time to use it. So he's basically just leaning against the cash register with his arms crossed. He's kind of looking at his fingernails. Seems very disinterested and bored.
Do you have a manager we can speak to?
He goes, "Oh, right." And he kind of moves his vest and straightens it. And you can see there's a little name tag on there that says Fur, General Manager. And it's spelled F-I-R.
Ah, fear? Fur.
So it's Fur, though Fear. I do like the sound of that. You can use either one.
I'll go with fur.
Very well.
Uh,
Yes, I'm the manager. What can I do for you?
Well, my friends seem to have eaten some grapes. And for one, I'd like to pay for the said grapes. And also ask a question about their addictive qualities.
He's like, "Oh, right. Sorry, you probably didn't see the disclaimer. It's very tiny print. It's underneath all of our displays. It basically says that Circle H is not responsible for any addictive qualities of any food that may be consumed here, and any symptoms that might come about because of that."
Okay, but how about products to remove said addiction?
It's like, never had anybody
Wouldn't
ask
those
that one
products-
before.
That would make a
Well,
lot of
that
money.
is-
If they did sell it, wouldn't those products also cause the same addiction?
It's like,
Hmm.
well, I mean, they wouldn't make you not addicted to grapes and then make you addicted to grapes again. That would just be silly. And he flips through his notebook again and goes, "Oh, yes, medications. That's aisle 5.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark that in the directory.
How do you get your horns to sparkle? She's got like horn envy right now.
Oh, I use the Circle H brand horn wax. That can also be found in the medical aisle.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
medicine, cosmetics, all that sort of thing.
Oh, that's a good aisle to stop in. Okay, we're getting there.
Yes, it's quite popular around here. Their whole slogan is "It keeps you horny."
I like that. It's fun.
Does it work on tusks?
Oh yes, horns, tusks, giant fangs, claws. I mean the whole gambit.
Fangs, so it's safely edible?
Well, I mean, I've never eaten it, but
Y'all
you know,
don't need to
there's the
sparkle.
disclaimer to consider. And he points to this tiny itty bitty little sign.
What does it say? Is it the addictive sparkling wax? What is it?
Was Wick asking about the sign? Sorry, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Tabby.
Yeah, sorry. What's on above
It's okay.
the sign?
He goes, "Oh yes, here," and he pulls a little sheet of paper out of his pocket, and it's about the size of like if you took 3 fortune cookie fortunes and pasted them together. That's about how big it is, and it contains about 5 paragraphs of text. So it's very, very tiny, and he just hands you that little piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and try to read it.
Alia's gonna read it over her shoulder, but while she's still eating the grapes.
Okay, let me have you both roll perception.
It's a natural 20, everyone.
Now you roll good.
When it matters, obviously.
My mouse was freaking out for a second there.
I only
So
roll
10, okay.
roll for stupid things. Fair warning.
So we'll start with Wick. You strain your eyes and you kind of hold it right up to your face, and you're able to make out the words disclaimer, not held liable for, and well, you're screwed at the very, very bottom. That's all you're able to make out. For Alia, you're able to read every bit of the text. However, you're super high and very agreeable to everything. So you read through it, and it basically says things like Circle H is not held responsible for any side effects or conditions caused by consuming, using, or holding any of their products in the store. Side effects including extreme addiction, disease, and up to and including death. And you're like, well, that sounds reasonable. It also says certain products may require additional cost than what is on the label, and that is explained at the point of purchase. Additional costs may be things like your soul, your firstborn, and a literal arm and leg. Doesn't have to be yours, though. You also think this sounds completely reasonable. And the rest of it is something along the lines of, if you don't read these terms, it doesn't matter, they still apply, and if something bad happened and you're unhappy about it, well, you're screwed. So you're able to read all that, but it does sound completely reasonable to you. So feel free to explain that however you will.
That's pretty legally sound, everyone. So,
At that, Fur goes, "Oh yes, we have a whole army of lawyers. Lawyers are very popular here. So yeah, we got a whole army of them that looked over that and made sure it was all airtight."
Fear, I have one more question.
Yes, what is it?
Do you sell books?
Books. Yes, that is going to be. I used to know this. I think it's like an end cap over by aisle 6. It's near Home Improvement.
Very well. What say we head to medication, all?
It was very well. So, are you going to pay for those grapes now or later?
Alia?
I mean, if we're gonna get more stuff like the horn sparkles, I feel like we should just pay all at once, right?
So yeah, well, we could open a tab for you since, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not going anywhere.
Nah.
Yes, we'll open a tab for you. Let's see. That's how many bags of grapes do you have there?
Oh, I rolled a 6 on a d6, so
Okay, about a half dozen. That's going to be and carry the 1. That is going to be 1/25th of a soul.
how do you divide them up?
With math.
What a bargain.
Oh, right. I should have known that.
Fear, can you take Only a portion of a soul?
Well, I mean, not usually, no.
Could one give you a soul and get change?
Well, you see, when that happens, we take the whole soul, and then we give you back these tokens that are worth portions of a soul. It's like, do you not have any soul coins?
I have plenty of soul coins. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well then, so see, this would be 25 soul coins.
Well, Alia, why don't we go figure out where you put your soul coins?
She looks real confused.
Somewhere
Okay.
in medication.
Right, because we got to get the tusk stuff for. Yeah, right. Let's go.
As you're having that conversation there, deciding on what to do and everything, you do hear very crackly over the intercom. This voice goes that comes on and goes,
There was the Kraken spit up on aisle 2 again.
and you hear Fur go, "Oh, blast that damn Kraken! Jenkins, go clean up aisle 2. Where's that damn employee of mine? I tell you what, you seem like nice people, and I use the term people loosely. Why don't you go clean up that spill on aisle 2, and I will give you 25 soul coins."
Sounds
That
reasonable.
sounds... Yes, quite amiable.
Yeah, sounds good. Sure.
The least we could do
You
is
may need to be
look at it.
you may need to be a little bit careful, because, I mean, it's a Kraken, so there's just tentacles everywhere and whatnot, and it'll be slippery because he just vomited all over the floor. It's like, but, oh, here. And he hands each of you a giant plastic sandwich sign that says floor slippery when wet. It's like, this should help.
Safety first.
Yes. Off you go.
Alright.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go toddle off that way, and I assume the sign's about as tall as Wick is, so trundling off.
Yes. It's comes up to about shoulder height on Wick.
Grapes
okay,
in
so
one
you-
hand.
All right.
Is this store, like, unusually sized, or is it, like, what we'd expect?
When you look around, it seems like it's a normal size, but you do notice that it does seem unusually far from the produce section to the cash registers. Like, you turn around and you see it's like all the way at the other end of the store by your perception.
Can we see aisle numbers above the aisles?
Yeah, you can see aisles 1, 2, and 3, and that's about as far as you can see. And it is a very large store by the way it looks.
Very well. Why don't you follow me then, and someone take those grapes away from her.
I think she's already walking. Sorry.
I'm gonna transform into fur.
Okay.
That's all. I just want to transform into fur.
Okay. So Fur just sort of laughs and goes, "That's a good trick. I like that. Let me he pokes his nose and he turns into the perfect imitation of Lantair, what you looked like before. So it's a fun trick. It kills at parties.
One of us. Fur, are you a changeling?
He's like, "Oh, I'm lots of things."
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
It's general manager's not my only job. With this economy, it's just absolute hell.
Boo.
It's too real. Too real.
So, yeah, he goes back to sort of just leaning back, crossing his arms, again, looking at his fingernails. And he kind of turns around and goes, That spill's not going to clean itself up. Go, shoot.
I'm trying to keep Alia from getting there on her own, so I'm.
Oh yeah,
following her.
she's already super on her way. I don't even think she'll notice that now Fear is with them instead of Lynn.
Okay. You've been just pounding these grapes down. So, having Fur alongside you seems like the most reasonable thing in the world. In fact, at this point, since you've been steadily eating these grapes, you're basically following a yellow brick road of tile off to aisle number 2. That's what you see, at least.
She's probably skipping.
Yeah. Angelom, if you want to roll athletics, you can try to catch up.
Yes, I will. I will do that.
Okay.
Three.
A 3.
A 3.
Is that 3 total? Or you rolled a 3?
No, it's just 3 total.
Okay.
Strong elephant boy.
Okay. So you try to run to catch up, but you're having a little bit of trouble with that slippery when wet sign. And it kind of just, you don't even know how, but you manage to kind of like get it stuck over your head. So you're just kind of doing this and you're like, what the... And you kind of have to take a minute to take that off before you can run after them. Meanwhile, what is Wick and Lanterre doing?
Wick's kind of still sort of struggling along and sort of just watching everybody act a damn fool.
Okay. Lanterre.
I'm looking over at Alia and Angelom, and in my best Fur impersonation, "Don't you run in my store. That's some more soul coins."
Okay, let me have you roll, let's do deception for that one.
Not natural 20.
20, okay.
But not natural.
So with that, you do a very convincing impersonation. Alia, you, of course, 100% believe this is Fur. And being that you're super high on magical grapes, that seems like the logical thing to do. Of course you shouldn't run in the store, because then you might drop the grapes and squish them. So it's better to be careful.
And then it would be another mess. Fear, you're so smart.
I went to
Andrew
college.
It's pretty convincing, that impression of Fur. I will leave it up to you. You can just choose to be fooled, or you can roll, I'd say probably insight to try to see through the deception.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. I would not disrespect your place of work in such a way.
Yes, good. Very, very, very great.
Did you say very
Just-
grape?
That's gonna be 5 soul coins.
You mean a 5 soul discount? Because that was so good. That was a good joke. I didn't think you could make jokes. That was a good joke.
Was that a joke?
You can't get me twice. And she keeps walking.
To the Kraken mess.
All right. So you all go to where the Kraken is. I'm going to have Kraken be... This seems like a good place for the Kraken.
I want to turn back, by the way. back to my cute self.
Okay. Perfect.
This looks a lot.
Um,
This is a better look for you, I think.
All right. Well, you all managed to make it down to this aisle number 2, which appears to be bulk foods. So it's much like you see in this picture here on the screen. For those who can't see, it is your typical bulk foods aisle, much like you'd find at, say, like a Winco or a large health food grocery store. Some of the larger bulk type stores, so these big bins where you can just pull a lever and a bunch of whatever it is comes out and you can just bag it up. The aisle's a little bit narrow. You can also see this sort of greenish, yellowish, slimy goop all over the floor with these little pink fleshy bits scattered throughout the goop on the floor. You also notice that some of the bulk bins are actually little aquariums with various aquatic animals in them.
You guys think I can buy a pet fish here?
More like fish food.
Why would I want fish food?
You would not.
Oh, right. That seems reasonable.
You know what? We probably should have asked where, like, the mops were to clean up after the Kraken.
I assume fear meant us to be the mops.
Wick, give me a perception check real quick.
$14.
So, as you finish saying that, probably should have asked where the mops were. You feel a nudge against your arm and look over, and there's suddenly this mop bucket with a giant mop that's just appeared right next to you.
Is there a label on the mop bucket?
It does have like the sort of instructions kind of symbol, so like an image of the mop being wrung out by the little press that's on the bucket.
But not
but
like if you use this mop, there's a warning sign or anything. I'm just gonna learn from others' mistakes.
Do another perception check to double check for a disclaimer or warning.
Are you going
Well,
to become addicted to mopping?
Meanwhile, I will put down my folding wet floor sign.
Okay. Okay. Oh, a 7. Yeah, you don't see anything else. It just looks like basic instructions and looks like an otherwise normal mop and bucket. I guess a little bit odd for you because it's a modern design, but I mean, it's pretty simple to figure out how it works. And you're like, okay, this is a mop. And
Is
it's
it
got
wick
hot, salty water.
sized or us sized?
It is actually a medium person size, so it would be a little bit big for Wick.
Well, here you go. Somebody can start mopping. I'm gonna put my sign down at a decent distance away from the other one, but
Okay.
Alia just puts hers down right where she's standing, and then she's gonna look between like her hand with the grapes and the mop, and she's trying to figure out how to mop and hold the grapes at the same time because that one's a two-handed job. That leaves no.
I'm holding the other grapes. Do you want me to hold your grapes too?
You're such a good friend. Thank you so much. And she's gonna put it on like, oh my god, you agreed to hold my purse. Thank you. And she's gonna take that mop and she'll probably just start mopping. She's gonna first her skirt because she's definitely got like a long dress on and she's gotta make sure that doesn't get like goo on it. That's gross.
That's a good point. And it's very sticky, goopy Kraken vomit, and it does not smell the best.
What do you guys think
Kraken been eating?
Ah, Jinx! Ah!
It's the grape connection.
On that note, Lanterre, you haven't had grapes for a little while, so let me have you give me another Constitution save.
Oh boy. A 6.
6. So the good news is you're not craving them so much. The cravings have seemed to have died off. The bad news is you're feeling sick because you haven't had grapes and you started to get addicted to them. So you're feeling kind of nauseous, and this Kraken vomit is certainly not helping. So you need to throw up. You have a very short span here. What do you want to do before you vomit?
Walk over to the middle of the vomit and not gonna get somewhere else dirty. Just vomit in the vomit.
Okay.
It can't be
So,
worse.
You throw up into this goop, and there are little grape chunks that fly out into the goop, and where you've thrown up into it, that part turns a little bit rainbow colored and sparkly, but otherwise nothing else happens. You feel a lot better.
Is that what in me right now?
Yep.
Rainbows.
Oh yeah.
You should get it out.
Do another Constitution save.
Oh boy.
Resistance is a spell I chose not to take.
11.
11. Okay. So that's not terrible. It's not quite enough, but it's not terrible. So you'll get the lesser of the two things I had planned for that. So you still are craving grapes, but you're at a point where you've consumed enough. There's so much in your system that you can handle, going without grapes for a few minutes at a time. So you can mop up no problem without feeling like agitated or anything like that. However, your skin is starting to turn oddly like rainbow colored. It's like one of those car finishes where it's kind of a full rainbow, but it shifts in different light. So it's a different color depending on the angle that you're looking at it. It's just starting to happen. It's starting like at your belly and spreading out. So depending on your style of dress, it may or may not be visible yet. It's probably up to like your just below your shoulder on your arms at this point.
I got really excited, but not only do I think it's not visible yet, but my passive perception is like 9. So I'm gonna say she's not even gonna notice when it is there. So she's just mopping and kind of like dancing with the mop as she's going. She'll probably dip it a couple times. She's fine.
Okay. Perfect. All right. What is everyone else doing while Lantair's throwing up?
Oh, never mind. I'm still going. All right.
I suppose I will look up and down the very things available in this aisle for purchase.
Okay.
What kinds of things are available? Like, what's in the aquariums?
So you notice a number of different things. There's goldfish for one. So there's goldfish. There's these weird-looking crabs in one tank. There's shrimp in another one. One of the tanks has lobsters. Then as you kind of move down the aisle a little bit more, you see that one has piranhas. Another has this very vicious-looking thing with looks like a bunch of teeth with fins. And they get more and more sinister the further down the aisle you go. And it's at this point that you notice that you can't really see the end of the aisle. It just gets kind of darker and darker the further down you walk.
I'll probably stop somewhere around the piranha and look back and see how far I've gotten from everyone at this point.
As you look back, it seems like you've walked probably about twice the distance you remember actually walking.
Oh no. I look at the darkness at the end of the aisle, and I keep my eye on it while I walk backwards.
Okay. You walk backwards, totally fine. Nothing happens. You get back to the group, and your attention's on the dark spot, so you almost step into the goop, but you manage to stop yourself just in time.
How goes the cleanup?
She's doing great.
Oh.
How are you doing?
Are you well?
Who? See that rainbow spot?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How you doing?
I've had better days.
Lantair does start to feel better after throwing up, though. So you're still not to 100%, but you are gradually starting to feel better.
But I'm gradually starting to feel better.
That's good. That's good. I would like to look and see if I can tell which direction the theoretical Kraken went.
Have you roll survival for that one. To track the Kraken through the supermarket.
I'm going to examine the sick and see if I can determine what made the Kraken throw up.
Okay. 8. And 8. So you're not too great at tracking, but the Kraken's big. So you're like, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like the throw up has like some tentacle shaped streaks going that way. And it's towards the dark end of the aisle that you now realize you also can't really see the end of. It just kind of goes into a dark shadow.
Let's keep away from that end, maybe. And I'll just keep an eye.
Okay.
how's the progress of the mopping at this point?
I'd say Alya's got about a good third of the mess mopped up. I think at this point, everyone other than Alya can roll perception to see if they notice something.
I do not.
Okay. What did you roll?
5 total.
Okay. Yeah, you notice Alya mopping very, happily, very full of energy and spunk.
I got a not natural 20.
Okay. Lantair, you notice that her skin is turning that like sheen type rainbow color.
Like the rainbow I just puked.
Yeah, a lot like that actually. And then Wick, what did you roll?
I'm sorry, I missed what I needed to be rolled.
Oh, perception.
That would be a natural 1.
So you kind of are staring at that dark spot, and it's very concerning. So you hear somebody in the party say something, and you turn around to go see what they said, and don't quite look where you're stepping. You slip on the Kraken vomit and just face plant right into the middle of it. You're just covered in this sticky, smelly, gross goop.
Just gonna stay there. This makes sense. This is where I deserve to be.
Oh no!
Wick, are you okay? That looks so gross.
I'll try to stand up.
You're able to stand up, no problem. It's just on the bright side, the back of you is fine. It's just the front that's completely covered in Kraken vomit.
The back is the good side.
And I'm sorry, Andron, you said you were going to do something to figure out why the Kraken threw up. What was it again?
I was just going to examine, did you say there were little chunks? Like, if it was something that made the Kraken sick, or if something disturbed it, something alive maybe inside?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can examine the vomit and the chunks and everything. I can't remember if Cleric has a spell for that, or is it a...
I'm just, just trying to look for clues.
Okay. In that case, let me have you roll. Let's see. Investigation.
These are definitely my Dungeon Master dice because they roll real bad. 7.
7. Those are chunks of flesh. And that's about all you can tell. Anyone else is welcome to try to help.
Hey, they're pink like me!
So what is it? What is it that you're...
Myself off.
Okay.
I'm trying to determine what this is that the Kraken has devoured.
Do you want help?
I do not think any amount of help will save me here.
You'd be surprised.
That doesn't sound like a no.
If you have some help to offer, I gladly welcome it, friend.
Of course, anything for you. I would like to transform into a... Well, I'm going to use my wild shape. Transform into a wolf.
Okay.
I don't know how that's going to help me, but I wanted to do it.
Yeah, let me have you roll investigation, and I will give you
Sniff.
a +2 to your investigation to try to smell what this chunk of flesh belongs to.
That's a 4.
A nat 1.
Oh yeah, and then that one. That too.
Let me see how bad this is gonna be.
Join me. Join me and cover them.
It's bad.
Yay!
So now, as a wolf, you have to throw up again.
Okay.
Is that even your stomach stuff at that point?
It's even
So-
worse.
Deal with that however you like.
Say I get super close to it, start smelling it, and just brings it all back.
Yep. So, yep, you're not able to help. So, yeah, all you're able to determine is that these are fleshy bits and some really disgusting 3 different types of vomit now. But at this point, Alia's gotten about 2/3 of it cleaned up, not including the new vomit that's been added to the pile.
And I think it takes her that long to even notice that there's a wolf now. And then she goes, "Oh, a puppy! Oh no, a sick puppy. I'll wait to pet you until later."
Perfect. Okay. Do you keep cleaning up the vomit? What do you want to do?
No one told me to stop, so gonna keep going.
Okay.
She's doing real good on her own, so I'm just gonna let her keep doing her thing.
All right.
Hey, Wick. Where did that
Yeah.
mop come from?
It was just there. I said we should have found a mop, and then the mop found us.
I just kind of look around and I go, I summon mop.
Power word mop.
So, Angela, as you say that, a scroll appears in your hand. Do you read it?
I read the scroll.
You read it and discover that it is a scroll of summon mop.
Is that on my spell list?
No, it's just a scroll. You could use it. It's a one-time
Okay.
consumable item.
I cast summon mop.
Okay. The scroll evaporates into dust, and a mop appears in front of you, just like the other one.
Hey, when
Oh.
did you that one? That's pretty handy.
That is very helpful. Now I can assist with this.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay, so you also grab the mop and start mopping up the vomit.
Back at the Great Library, my organizational skills were marked supreme by... I just go on like that for a while.
Okay. A short time later, you manage to get the floor between the two of you. It looks fantastic. It's sparkly and shiny, and it's all clean. And as the last bit cleans up, both mops and buckets disappear. At this point, everybody but Alia can notice that Alia's rainbow-colored and sparkly from head to toe. Alia probably doesn't notice that at all because everything seems normal to you at the moment. What do you do?
Are you feeling okay?
I feel great. Why?
No reason.
Oh, okay. That seems like a normal question to ask.
She's gonna be so high, and she's gonna be the final boss. It's gonna be great.
You found my secret.
Don't give me ideas. Okay. So yeah, your job is done. You've earned your 25 soul coins. What do you do now?
Well, we don't have the coins, right? We have to go get them from Fear, or do they just appear?
I think we have to go get them.
Yeah.
Let us return to the general manager.
Wasn't he just here? I swore he was just here. Oh, the puppy! And then she's gonna go up to Scritch and she's gonna start talking in puppy. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're such a good puppy.
Talking in puppy is the best.
Right?
The universal language, yeah.
Pardon me one moment. I'm going to let my cat out.
Oh, that cat is a very good cat, too.
Tell them I love them.
I was channeling the spirit of that cat.
Sounded so friendly.
That's Glitch. She's a sweetheart. So yeah, you know that you can go back to the cash register to get your 25 soul coins. You also have the option of exploring the darkness that's off in the distance, and you've got several different aisles that you can choose to go down. What do you want to do first?
Y'all wanted to shop?
I love shopping. Yeah.
We have this vile currency. We may as well spend it on something.
Like more grapes. Can I get my... And then she turns to Wick and notices that Wick is covered in gunk and then goes, oh no, the grapes.
Yeah, it was the grapes. They just graped everywhere.
They graped
Sorry.
everywhere. Oh no.
I mean, they are in plastic bags, so there might be some that are still okay, but the bags are definitely covered in vomit.
And also kind of landed on them.
Yeah, so
A
they're probably
little bit.
squished too.
Now they are almost wine.
Okay.
I'm going to go console her in wolf form still.
Oh, thank you. You're such a good doggy. You're such a good doggy.
And then I'm gonna de-shift. Do wild shape. just have some changeling pets going on.
I was trying to calculate how long it would take her to notice.
So with your current physical and mental state, probably wouldn't surprise you. You'd be like, "Oh, cool! This is just Lanterre." But beyond that, I mean, your reaction is
Oh,
your
you're
own.
such a good Lanterre. Oh, you're doing so good.
I know it.
You should know it. Are we going shopping?
Yes.
Oh, that's
What about that horn polish?
So you are able to see on your directory that was aisle 5, I believe.
Oh.
Remember that right? It was
Engerlam.
next to the.
I didn't know you were into those kinds of things.
I like to keep my tusks shiny.
Sure.
Also, Gwen, aka Potato Hallow, made a pretty great GIF of you there, Jordan. In chat, just take a look.
I will have to.
All right, so you're gonna head towards aisle 5.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start walking in a direction, and I hope that it's the right one.
Okay.
Can I steer her in the correct direction?
Yes, between the two of you, you can lead the party towards the right aisle. It seems like a really long distance away. So you're on aisle 2 now. You pass a couple of aisles along the way. And then by aisle, so let's see, 2, 3, 4, by aisle 4, Alia, roll perception.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay, so you are craving grapes pretty hardcore right now. And so you look down aisle 4, and you're pretty sure you see like potato chips. You may not know what those are, but they are modern potato chips. So you see these bags, and you can see that they have potatoes, like fried potatoes, on the labels. So you can kind of guess what they are. But then a couple moments later, you get that sort of deserted island, seeing a mirage of your lone companion turning into a giant hamburger or whatever, like that. Except all of the bags of potato chips turn into bags of grapes.
Oh, hold on, guys. And she I think, is walking straight and then veers. And just
Okay.
starts walking. And she doesn't say anything else. She's just going.
Androlam has had about enough of this and says, Alia, I have some grapes here for you.
There's grapes right down here.
I have the biggest bag of grapes you've ever seen. Come here.
Roll deception.
6.
A 6. So was that a natural 1 or just 6?
Just 6.
Just 6. Okay, you're fine then. Alia, because you are, like we said, high as a kite, and everything sounds reasonable to you at the moment, you're like, oh, it must be the biggest bag of grapes that he has here.
Well, why didn't you say so? And she does a total U-turn. Just doesn't miss a beat, just U-turns and starts heading back over. Like, where is it? Why have you been holding out on me this whole time?
As soon as she's next to me, I'm casting Lesser Restoration on her.
Okay. Remind me real quick what exactly that does. Just the text of the thing.
Yes, I'm pulling it up. That is the different spell. I touch a creature and can either remove a disease or condition, including blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I'm not sure if this counts as any of those, but I'm going to try it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and cast that. I can't remember. Do you need to make a roll for that at all?
I do not. It's just one of my 2 second-level spell slots.
Perfect. That's what I thought. So yeah, you were able to cast that, and Alia, suddenly your mind clears. You realize that these grapes are basically drugs, and you've been nomming on them for quite a while.
Do you guys think those are illegal? Oh, man.
So you are cleared of all the effects. You're no longer high. You're able to think clearly, perceive things normally. However, your skin remains rainbow colored and has that sheen effect on it.
That's fine. My passive perception is still 9, so I don't think I noticed.
But it's true. But yeah, otherwise, you're fine now.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I think so. And I look back down the aisle, and are they still grapes?
No, they're
In the
potato
aisle?
chips.
She narrows her eyes suspiciously at those potato chips. And she does, for a moment, wonder, I bet those are good. And then she keeps walking.
Fantastic.
Great.
Okay. So a short time later, you're all able to make it to aisle 5, where there are lots of different types of medications. There's cosmetics, hygiene products, basically everything you could expect to see in a drugstore. Some office supplies as well. We'll actually move over to this picture here. So yeah, basically your standard drugstore type items are over in this section.
Ooh, makeup.
Yeah, you do see a lot of makeup. There's a whole section that is all the different shades of pink.
I will seek out specifically that polish because my tusks are feeling dirty.
Yeah, you glance around, and even though you were just looking at office supplies, you turn around, and on the aisle behind you, there it is. It's just a whole shelf of nothing but that product.
Yes, I shall use this. I say, taking one of the boxes or bottles or whatever, and putting it in my bag
Mhm.
after I have paid for it.
Okay. Perfect. Wick, what do you do as you come into this section?
I'm keeping an eye on everybody else, but I'm definitely following Ayla. Alia? Ayla? Anyway, just to kind of keep an eye on her.
Okay.
When I see her going too close to the makeup, and be like, "Hey, I really like how you did your skin today," and just sort of point at her.
Do you need my foundation?
Oh, like your, the stuff on your bones. I don't know, man.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Thanks. I was born this way. It just happens. My skin just grows.
That's nice that you can do that. Just grow your skin all shiny like that.
Shiny. Oh shit, I look like a really cool car.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
my gosh.
This is kind of awesome.
Yeah, why would you want to put any kind of like pink stuff on top of that? Because it already looks so good. You don't need it, right?
Actually, yeah, that's so cool. Hey, thanks. That was a really nice compliment. That was really sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah, don't tell anybody, but you're welcome.
Oh, I see. You got a street cred to maintain. I getcha.
Right. Street cred.
All right.
This agonized looking smile, like the muscles don't usually work that.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so you found the horn wax, the Circle H brand horn wax. What do you do from here? Everything else here seems pretty normal.
Perhaps we should see if we've earned some favor with Fur, and if he can show us the way out now that we have some currency.
As you say that, you hear a literal bing noise, and you glance to your left, and Fur is now leaning against an aisle with his arms crossed, again looking at his fingernails, going, "You rang."
Ah, yes, we have finished cleaning up the Kraken gunk.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I trust you didn't have any problems.
None that we weren't already having.
Okay, perfect. Like,
Kragunk, for short.
okay. And he just looks at you and goes, I trust no one fell into the goop. I mean, It's very toxic, very bad for you. I'm sure it's fine.
Excuse me?
Oh no, I'm sure it's fine. No
Figures.
problem there.
Is it like a long-term thing or pretty like right away?
It varies from person to person, really. I mean, some people are totally fine. Other people break out into chicken pox. Other people turn into polka dots. I mean, they don't get polka dots. They literally turn into polka dots. It's very strange.
Yeah.
But you seem all right, so I'm sure you're fine.
Literally nobody has ever told me that, but thanks.
He's like, "You're welcome." And now the cat wants back in. Sorry, 1 second.
Let her in.
Ilya, I'll be honest. Looking at you makes me want to throw up. But don't take that the wrong way or anything.
How am I not supposed to take that the wrong way?
At this point, even Fur's going like, "Damn, that's cold," and that's me saying that.
I know! I have, like, flame resistance, but that burns.
And with that, Fur reaches behind him, grabs something off a shelf, and hands it to Alia. And it's this tube, like a lotion tube, and it says Circle H brand aloe vera on it.
That was funny, and it made me feel better. But do you guys only have one generic brand?
It's like, well, yes, everything's Circle H brand here. What other brand do you need?
Well, I forgot it was held. No, nothing. Never mind. I'm gonna keep this, though.
All right, very, very well. All right, so you cleaned up the goop. Let's see. So the grapes were 25 soul coins. And then you got 2 mops that you rented. So that's 15 soul coins.
Oh no.
Let's see. And you wanted to get that horn wax, right?
I take the horn wax out and I put it on a shelf.
Oh, fine, you're no fun. And then the aloe vera, so that'll be another 10. So that brings your grand total up to, you owe me 25 soul coins.
Well, Fur, we find ourselves in a bit of a predicament.
He's like, oh?
I left my soul coins at home.
He's like, oh, yes, I hear that all the time. Apparently, it's a very big problem.
Perhaps you have more work needs doing around the store?
I suppose I could find something for you to do. I'll think about it. Feel free to shop around some more. I could also just take one of your souls now.
Why
But
not
you
wait
don't
till we're
need the
done
whole
shopping?
thing.
Well, I'd give you soul coins back. You'd get change.
Can I, like, cash them in for, like, part of a soul? Is that how that works?
Well, no, they're worth 1/100th of a soul. So if you have 100, you can get a soul. Or you can get other things that are worth various portions of a soul. We're on the soul standard here.
Oh, I'm always really bad at converting currency.
He's like, well, I suppose I could give you, there's this funny little voice in my head that just suggested doing a line of credit. I could do something like that. You do all seem like trustworthy folk.
What's the going rate? What's the interest rate on soul credit cards?
Oh, it's very reasonable. It is 1 soul coin interest rate.
Per per year?
Well, I mean per interest period.
What's the interest period?
So you buy. Well, an interest period is it's a period of time in which you charge interest for. So every interest period, that is when the interest gets charged. You see.
So how much time would you say normally goes by between these interest periods?
Oh, you know, the normal amount.
Which is what?
Well, it's an interest period. I feel like I'm losing you here on the interest period thing.
If I hear this go back and forth too much longer, I will give you my soul for free.
This sounds
let's keep going
like a great deal. No strings attached. This sounds awesome.
So Fur holds his hand out to Angela and goes, "Oh, shake on it."
Of course not.
Oh, you're no fun.
I am literally no fun.
I already told him that.
She did already tell me that.
She did tell him that.
I see. Well, yes. If you want to do a line of credit, I could do something like that for you, and then just, you know, as long as you pay it back by, you know, the end of the day, then, you know, your interest would be trivial.
We could just keep shopping around.
Oh yes, you're perfectly welcome to do that as well.
Yeah, we
Just,
should.
if you wanted to purchase things now, we could do a line of credit.
Why don't we wait until we have all the things we want to purchase in order? There are still many aisles we have not explored.
Oh yes, feel free to explore around, shop all you like.
Can we keep our purchases here? Like the things we've already got, so we're not carrying them around.
He's like, well, what else did you have?
Well, like, oh, you left the wax. We already used the aloe. There's aloe vera, right? Yeah, just leave it. It's fine. We'll be back for it. Come on.
Okay, very well. So that means it's just 15 soul coins is your current tab.
That's great. For the mops, right. Thanks. Yep, we'll be back.
All right.
So we
He
walk
just kind
away.
of stands there.
So we walk away, I'll say to the group, does it seem strange to anyone else that a bag of grapes, 6 bags of grapes, is worth a quarter of a person's soul?
Nope, those were some really good grapes.
I was about to say the exact same thing. It's the grape connection again. Yeah, they were kind of worth it. I bet they're a higher street price.
Trust me, you didn't try these grapes. My stomach fucking hates me. And I would still eat more of those grapes.
Oh, that's weird. I feel fine.
Good decision making is truly my curse.
Oh, you must have high wisdom.
Yes.
We should,
Oh, that's great.
well, unless you guys, like, want to spend your soul, because even if we're doing chores, they're gonna figure out a way to, like, make us have to keep paying for stuff, so maybe we, like, figure out a way out of here, like, kind of like how we got here, just the other way, away.
Wick, you summoned a mop. Maybe you could just ask for the exit. Oh wait, and Angelam, you summoned one too. Maybe if you guys hold hands or something and talk about an exit, one will appear.
That did cost us, apparently.
It's true, we do have to pay for those mops. But what I'm saying is, if we just go without paying for them.
That would be shoplifting.
Well, we're not taking anything.
Shoplifting.
You can
You know,
go
I
to
am not
jail
a-
for that.
We're in hell!
Yeah, but it's not jail. What if there's hell jail?
But maybe this is hell jail.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it, huh?
You know, I am not opposed to thieving from hell, but why don't we look for other solutions first?
Sure.
Last
You do
resort.
have lots of other aisles that you have not explored.
What do we got? 9 of them?
Yes, there are, oddly enough, 9 levels or aisles in the Circle H.
9 layers of H.
Convenient.
What do you guys think is in level 9 or aisle 9?
That's where this music is coming from.
Maybe we can ask him to change it. Maybe there's like a DJ.
Maybe we shouldn't ask for anything. Just, for a
But
little
it's
while.
polite.
No, but I mean, like, we get things and then we have to pay for them when we want. I mean, it's your soul. You do whatever you want to with it, but
Worst case scenario, we can get out of here by sacrificing at least one of us. Best case scenario, we pay back the 15 soul coins and get literally the hells out.
and in between, we just leave. Like,
Hey,
there's an in
We
between.
have to say it like this until one of them does it.
I know.
Angela
they'll
and
pick
Wick,
up on
you
it.
may want to take a look at Zoom or the stream.
What am I looking for?
Oh,
It's
Angela,
Angela.
you lost your soul. You lost your soul.
Yeah. It's me.
Angela, you lost your soul.
So
I've got like a
so that
million
happens.
screens.
So that happens.
We're not gonna let you leave your soul
Wait.
here.
Oh hell!
All right. So, did you want to go explore a different aisle, or what do you want to do?
Let's explore.
Why don't
Okay.
we start at aisle 9 and work our way back to the registers?
Okay.
That's very smart.
Thank you. I have an intelligence bonus too.
Oh, what?
So,
Oh, that's more than I do.
So you make your way down to level 9. It takes a little while to get there. You're all starting to feel a little bit hungry. Not necessarily for grapes. But I'd say you probably do need to take a short rest as a party. And if you have food with you, any rations that you brought along, those are still with you, and you'd be able to eat that.
There's food all
Otherwise,
around us.
you are at about aisle 7, which has a lot of camping gear, and there's things like beef jerky and trail mix and camp food along that aisle. Also, some camp stoves, things like that. If you wanted to, you could literally cook an entire meal from what's there in that aisle.
I do have 1 day of rations, so I will be feasting on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have rations in my pack.
All right. Lantair and Alia, what do you do?
I was wrong. It's 10 days of rations.
Perfect.
I'm hungry.
Eat this.
What is this, like trail mix?
Dry tack.
I like the kind with the peanuts and the candy in it, but this is all right.
Okay. And Lantair, what do you do? Do you have rations?
So I left my rations in my other pouch. Anybody spot a jerky or two?
Yeah, I'll share.
Ah, Wick, always there for me in my time of need. Ah, I love you.
Thanks, man.
Okay. So you have a rest. Do you take a short rest or do you do a full sleep to recharge?
I've only spent one spell. I'm good to keep going.
Okay. So you take a short little rest, get some food, rest your legs for a little bit because you've been walking for what seems like hours. And all the while, this music is continuing to play, looped over and over again. The rest of the store is still absolutely silent except for this music. You don't see another soul, as it were, shopping around, no employees. You do notice a couple of the fluorescent light bulbs overhead flicker every once in a while, but that's about it. And with that, you're able to make it all the way to aisle 9. Everybody give me a perception roll.
A natural 20!
Nice!
11.
Okay.
5.
Okay, so that's nat 20, 11, a 5.
That'll be an 8 from me.
Okay. We'll start with Wick. Wick, you see it's like the garden section, but this garden section looks like it's been neglected for quite some time. There are like rose bushes and pots. All of the roses are black and the thorns are red, but all the leaves look like they're dead and just kind of falling down to the floor. There's spider webs across the aisles and the shelves. There's only a few handful of things here and there. It looks pretty spooky. And you start to get a little bit of a bad feeling about it. The music is also not as loud back here. It's like there's the speakers don't quite reach all the way back here. You do notice a speaker, and you occasionally will hear just a tiny little bit of this very tinny sounding bits of the music, but it's like the speaker doesn't really work. So that's what you see.
Oh no.
Yeah. As for Alia, you see all of what Wick just saw, and then you seem to see past it, like you're looking through like a sheet of tulle, or like some sort of veil, and you start to see that the shelves there actually don't quite look like metal shelves. They look like wrought iron, and the rose bushes, instead of the rose flowers just being like your normal flower, there's a seam across the middle of the flower, and one of them opens up like a mouth, and this red blood-like looking liquid just drips out of its mouth, and it stares right at you. And this little tongue comes out and like licks its lips before it closes its mouth again. The spider webs actually have little imps in them that are staring at you and watching, and they all look very hungry.
Hey guys, I don't like this aisle. It looks really metal, but like that rose just licked its lips at me, and it doesn't have eyes, but I feel like it's looking at me. And that sounds
As you explain that to the party, Alia, just you're the only one that hears it. You hear the two little imps that are in the spider webs just sort of hanging there, talk to each other, and the one goes, "Yo, Steve, did she just describe the flower? Can she see us?" And the other one goes, I don't know, Todd. I mean, they don't usually see us.
Oh, you know what? I
possible.
lied. I can't see anything at all. It's all fine.
And then you hear Todd go, "Hey, Steve, did that sound suspicious to you?" Yeah, it did, Todd. It did sound a little suspicious. Roll deception there, Alia.
I'm gonna try a different dice.
Steve and Todd is exactly the names I would expect to find of retail employees in hell.
It's true. I'm pretty sure I have worked with both a Steve and a Todd in retail hell. So, deception, I'm actually weirdly good at. So 16.
16? So you say that, and then you hear them go, yeah, I mean, that's what are they called again? What are they called, Steve? Oh, Todd, that's they're not devils, they're, tiefling. Oh yeah, tieflings are stupid. They can't see us. Yeah, you're right. They're very stupid. I mean, and they're ugly too. It's not nearly as good looking as us, the rest of the devils.
That's so
And they have
rude.
They have a good laugh, going back and forth at Alia's expense. But they seem to have bought it that they don't think you actually saw everything.
I wish I still had that aloe for my burns.
Oh. So what do the rest of you do?
I have been unsuccessful in finding a way out, so I am looking stumped.
Okay.
Do you want to just keep on going, or what do we want to do?
I'm not sure. I don't have any books on this place.
On
Choices
hell?
really stress me out.
As you're deliberating what to do, Alia, you do hear again the two imps talking back and forth. And they go, "When do you think we'll actually get to eat their souls?" "I don't know, Todd. I mean, Lucifer always gets the first pick." He's like, "Yeah, but they all look really yummy." "Yeah, Todd, but these things take a while. You got to be patient." "But I'm hungry now." He's like, "Well, you can always go eat some of the grapes." I'm like, "No, I'm not an idiot." You know what those do. "Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, be patient. We'll get all of their souls eventually. We always do." "That's true. No one's ever gotten out of here." So you're hearing all of this in the background.
I think her expression is changing with every single thing she hears, too. She's just... And then eventually I think she's just gonna, "Hey guys, we didn't find anything here, so maybe we should, go down a different aisle, a really different, faraway aisle. An aisle that's not this
got it.
one."
I know how we're escaping this place. We've met one creature in here, and we've only heard of one more. What was it?
The Kraken?
Kraken?
They can't control the Kraken. They can't
So
stop it
we
from shooting
release
everyone.
the Kraken?
We're going to release the Kraken.
But then the Kraken is just going to get sick, and we're going to have more to mop up.
Or the Kraken
Mop
will
that.
tear a new door for us.
Everyone else will have more to mop up.
Huh.
Hey, but can we do that down an aisle that's not this one?
Of course. I didn't realize you were so upset by gardening supplies. Let us head back towards the registers.
It's really upsetting.
Oh my
Andrew,
God, that's so great.
Hey,
Andrelam, you know how she is about her not having a green thumb. Be
She
sensitive.
has a pink thumb. I have a gray thumb. We all have various colors of thumbs.
If I hold up my thumb in a specific light now, though, it does kind of shine a little green.
Wick, were you saying something?
Yeah, no, we should head back, and I think I saw kind of where that Kraken might have gone. I mean, it may not still be there, but where it was all dark and stuff. I think it went down there, and it's a ways back, but we could keep looking. Also, while we're going, I would like to cast Detect Portal, please.
Okay.
Yeah. While we're going, I'm gonna talk, but go ahead and do that.
I just do it, and I can detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within a mile of us.
Okay. So a planar portal, right?
Yes.
Okay. You do detect a portal like that. Feels like it's coming from about roughly halfway down the store. It's a little difficult to tell if it's in the store or outside the store, but it's definitely somewhere close to the middle line of the store.
Okay, great.
Hey guys, listen. Now that we're away from that eye, there were definitely two little imps that were hanging out in the corner.
Were they doing anything?
Yeah, they were talking shit on me, and it was so rude.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it really wasn't. They said the tieflings are ugly and stupid, and I'm not either of those things.
No. So obviously they were projecting a lot because that's not true. So they're stupid and they're imps. So I bet they were pretty ugly. So don't worry about it. You don't need to listen to stupid, ugly people.
Wick, you're so tough and cool.
Thanks.
But also, they said that nobody ever gets out of here, and that they were hungry and they were waiting to eat our.
What?
That seems strange since we're in a grocery store. They have so much food.
I know, but one of them said that, and they were like, "Oh no, you know what happens when you eat the grapes? What do you think I am, stupid?" And then that hurt too. That hurt my feelings, but
Well, it kind of hurts mine as well.
I know we're really insensitive. I wonder what HR's like.
I feel like we should go have a talking to them. Give them a piece of my mind.
I mean,
But they said they were waiting to eat our souls.
They shall have to wait a very long time.
I
We
like
can
your
give
confidence.
him a knuckle sandwich.
All right.
Well, maybe the Kraken can do it because it's got a lot of knuckly bits. So. We get
Yeah,
the
which
Kraken to do
plan do we want to do? Do we want to go see a Kraken or go see an imp? Two imps. Sorry, two imps. And the flower was like, have you guys ever played Mario? It was kind of like.
I'll just morph into Karen and complain to the manager.
That's amazing.
Oh, you're so scary.
Okay, so do you call for the manager? Okay, so as you turn into Karen and call for the manager, you hear a ping, and Fur shows up again, arms crossed, leaning against an aisle, just kind of scratching his cheek, going, "Yes, what can I do for you now?"
Listen, me and my children here, we've been coming here for so long, and you know what? I need the manager.
It's like, that's me. We've been over this.
I need your manager because this just isn't good enough.
I'm the only manager.
Well, we've been trying to go home, and we can't, and we're hungry, and your imps are mean. Mean.
What imps are you talking? I don't have imps.
Honey, come here, and I mention
Come
to Alia.
Mom,
Tell them what you told me.
There were two. Their names were Steve and Todd.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me they told each other that tieflings are ugly and they're stupid. And that's not how you should treat valued customers.
I need at least a 180% discount.
Let's see. 180% discount. Well, I can't do that because then I'd be giving you soul coins.
Give me your manager then.
I am the manager, I'm the owner, I'm the CEO, I am all of those things. Also, Steve and Todd are not allowed in this part of the store. I'm very sorry. I will chastise them with pitchforks and possibly burning coals. Maybe I'll make them feed the Kraken next time.
I'm thinking at least a 15 soul coin compensation for our troubles. Right, honey?
Yeah. My feelings are really hurt and I'm really upset.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, roll persuasion, by the way.
Which one of us?
Either and or both.
Both.
Okay.
I love this so much.
What's 8 plus 5?
13?
13. That's what I got.
Okay.
And I got a 9.
So between the two of you, you make a decently persuasive argument. And so he goes, all right, I'll tell you what. I will give you 5 soul coins as an apology. And I would give you the opportunity to earn more soul coins if you'll go do inventory on aisle number... what aisle? There it is. On aisle number 3. But only 3. Don't go to aisle 4. If you go to aisle 4, the deal's off. On aisle 3, just take inventory. That's all I ask.
What's on aisle 4?
Potato chips. That's just we're in the process of replacing those. That's just don't worry about it.
Those potato chips.
I'll take the 5 though.
Oh, sure. Here you go. And he hands you 5 little. It's like a blue pewter type coin. It's very cold and very heavy, and it has a 5 on it.
Okay, thank you. You can leave us to our shopping now.
He's like, very well. Do you enjoy your shopping? And remember, if you don't like your experience at Circle H, well, you can go shop at our competition. Which there isn't any. Bye! And he poofs and goes away.
I'm gonna shift back into my normal form. Ooh, we got that one. Ooh.
That was really
That
good.
actually worked. Oh, ooh. Good job. Okay, so do we actually want to do inventory?
I'm sorry, did someone say something about eating our souls?
Yeah, that part wasn't really addressed, huh?
Yeah, I missed it. I didn't want to ruin your moment,
Oh,
but
thank
that
you.
has me concerned.
We just need to get out, right? So either 15 to get out, but we don't use anything else while we're here.
Or we
Or
go
we-
see what's in aisle 4.
That's another option, I guess. We could maybe do that. Or maybe the Kraken. We were talking about, busting on out of here. I don't know. We've got
But
options.
the Kraken is trapped here too.
As you're all talking, everybody give me a quick perception roll.
Can I cast guidance on anyone?
Certainly.
All right, we're gonna give it to Wick.
And Spencer, do you have a question?
No, I rolled a
One.
1.
Oh, you rolled a 1. That's what that was for. Great. Okay.
15.
Well, I rolled a
15,
21
okay.
without guidance.
Nice. Okay. And then Jordan, you rolled a 9. Is that right?
19.
19. Okay. Oh, there we go. My roll 20 didn't auto scroll down like it usually does. Okay, perfect. So, Lantier and Wick, you're both able to hear off in the back of the store this. But this is where we're supposed to be. No, don't do that. Ah! Not the pitchfork. No. And you hear another voice going, "Oh dear God, why? I mean, dear, I don't know who. I'm sorry." And you're able to guess that that's probably Steve and Todd being chastised for showing themselves.
Huh.
The rest of you don't hear anything.
Did any of you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that? Huh?
Hear what?
What?
Yeah.
I hear music.
You had to be there.
Yeah, to be the, yeah.
Oh, it's an inside joke. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so where do you head off to?
We've got the cleanup on 3, or inventory, or the Kraken on 2. He told us not to go to 4, which means that's also probably his place we should go.
I don't trust those potato chips, but I feel like we should find out what's on 4.
Wasn't there a cleanup on level 4?
So, I was kind of trying to figure out, like, if we needed to leave, where would we want to go out? And that's kind of usually, like, in the middle, right? Like, you want to go in, you're going to enter, like, the middle of the store. So if we're going to leave, and 4's kind of close to the middle. I mean, I know there's, like, 9 aisles, but then there's the front. So maybe that's closer to where we want to go if we're going to leave. I mean, maybe not, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe. We can walk past it. We'll walk past it, right? To go to everything else.
Maybe we could just walk down it.
Look, you always have great ideas. I don't see why we wouldn't go with that.
I mean, we can look. Yeah? We can look.
Let's look.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we be really stealthy about it since we were told not to go down aisle 4?
I feel like he knows everywhere we're going. So
Well,
maybe it doesn't matter.
Okay, but just to be safe, and I'm gonna shout, it's a really good thing we're not going down aisle 4.
That'll help.
You all hear from the direction of aisle 9. That's a very good thing. Yes, stay away from aisle 4.
Just stay really far away. Let's go. He bought it. He totally bought it.
Okay. So you all head towards aisle 4. And you pass various other locations, of course, the camping gear, the home improvement, and it does indeed have doors on the aisles there. There's an end cap there with several books, medication, and then you finally come to aisle 4. Where you see this. And yeah, it looks like an aisle full of potato chips.
Chips. One of my great weaknesses.
What are the chips turning into? Are they turning into anything? I'm real suspicious of these chips now.
They're just
Gravy flavor.
yeah, you notice that they, unlike in this picture here, which I keep forgetting, the viewers can't see this yet. So the picture is literally a chip aisle in what looks like a Walmart. But instead of what you would see at Walmart or Target or places that are similar, they are all Circle H brand. But they are all various flavors.
Shall we try to sneak in?
Okay.
Sure.
Everybody give me a stealth roll.
Can I guidance someone? Who needs it?
Sure. I'll
Who's
allow
wearing
it.
armor?
I'm going to also cast Pass Without a Trace because, we like to be sneaky. So,
Okay.
add a +10.
Fantastic.
Well,
I
that's
guess I'll-
really cool.
Guidance, Alia, and I'll just take my flat roll with.
That's a
Okay.
30 for me.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was originally a 10, and then the +10 gave it a 20, and then guidance brought it to 20.
Nice. Okay,
I got
so
a
we've
total
got-
of 12.
Okay.
You needed that.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Okay. So, Lantaire, you try to be really sneaky, and so as you're tiptoeing along, you're trying to stick close to the the aisle, your shoulder brushes one of the bags of potato chips and it makes a little crinkly noise. So you're sort of detectable for just a second, but then you move past it and you feel like you're pretty hidden.
Not the sun-kissed bags. Anything but those.
So Alia and Wick, you are completely invisible. You somehow managed to find every tiny little shadow on this aisle that's got fluorescent lights directly overhead. Somehow you find shadows and hide in them. And you may also notice some little black domed things up on the ceiling and notice these little cameras moving around, and you manage to kind of avoid their gaze. Andrelon.
Yes.
You are trying to be quiet.
Sure
and you make a good effort of it. But unfortunately, Alia is so darn stealthy that you don't see her there until the very last second. You go, oh crap, I don't want to bump into her, and you kind of trip and you kind of fall against the aisle, and a bunch of bags just go. Nothing falls, and you're okay. You don't take damage or anything, but you've made a lot of noise. And you may notice one of the cameras overhead is suddenly beelined in on you.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
If you had to guess, you'd be like, okay, that's some sort of magical eye that is now staring at me.
I look at everyone and I go, and then I try to continue like that didn't happen.
Okay. Nothing else seems to happen. Nobody comes running. There's no other noises or anything like that. As far as you can tell, there has been no ill effects from you making a bunch of noise. Let me just Okay. So what do you do?
I'm gonna keep going quietly.
Are you okay?
I am fine.
Oh, good, because that was really embarrassing. And then I keep going.
Okay. You go down the aisle a good bit. You realize you've been walking longer than you would think you'd be walking to get about halfway down the aisle. Judging by the way the aisle looked when you first came across it, you figured you should probably be 2 aisles length away from where you started, but you're only about halfway down. You look around and still all you can see is just rows and rows and rows of chips. Do you try anything magical, or do you inspect a specific type of chip or anything like that, or just keep walking?
I will discuss with the party. There's nothing here. Why did he tell us not to come here?
Can I kind of lean up really close to one of the chips, and then I'm gonna whisper, I really want grapes.
Yes. The bag of chips turns into a bag of grapes.
I fucking knew it. I told you guys, there's something with these chips.
The chips turned into a bag of grapes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna get up close to another bag of chips and just whisper, turn into an exit.
So you whisper that, and the bag of chips turns into an exit sign, and it's actually glowing. happens.
This is hell.
Yeah, man.
Do you investigate any other chips or look for any anything
like
that might
to-
help you?
I'd like to investigate for the shittiest flavor.
Okay, roll investigation.
Kind of subjective, though, right?
No.
What is the shittiest flavor of chips? Out of character, what is the shittiest flavor of chips?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Holy cow, nat 20.
That's a 20, a 21, with a nat 20. So tell me them shitty chips.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh my goodness. So, as you're searching around, you do notice that there is one bag in particular that looks a little out of place. It's sort of half tucked behind a bag of barbecue chips, but you see this little black color bag sticking out, and you kind of see some orange writing on it, and it looks very, very different. So you pull the barbecue chip bag out of the way, and you can see this like limited edition special Halloween flavor Circle H brand potato chips. And it's all big and flashy, and the entire thing is black with orange writing and green highlights, and it says crack and puke flavor.
That's an acceptable
Yes.
answer.
Crack and puke. I'm taking that with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it with me. I'm gonna stuff it in my bag.
As you do, it makes the noise.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
It's oh, here we go.
Hey yo!
Everybody heard that.
You're at least gonna take French onion dip to go with that, right?
Nope. I'm good. I'm good on just this one.
Okay, I know we're not supposed to like judge people, but like
Now that was hidden behind another bag of chips.
It was like as if it were hastily hidden.
Can I just start like searching behind chips? Like I'm not picking any up and putting away by any means, but I'll just pick some up, look behind it, and see if there's anything there. Put it back, and move along, and do it again.
Yeah. Roll investigation for that one.
It's another natural one.
Oh no!
This, by the way, is why my players love me, because I roll like this all the time.
Did they give you those dice? Those bastards.
Believe it or not, that was the Die Hard dice. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
That's so funny because I'm about to say maybe you need some fancy new Die Hard dice.
I'll order some fancy new Die Hard dice. That'll solve it.
I completely lost my train of thought there for a second. Sorry. Nat 1 on investigating the chips. So you do what you set out to do initially. The first few go off without a hitch. You know, pick a bag, look behind. They all look the same. They all look fine. And then you come up to this bag of, we'll say, white cheddar flavored popcorn. And it's like a family size bag. But this one has been overinflated, so it is like about ready to burst. That's how overinflated this bag is. So you go to pick it up and you squeeze a little too hard, and it goes pop really, really loud, and white cheddar popcorn rains down on everyone. It's snowing popcorn in the aisle.
It's time to leave.
Yeah, you notice all of the cameras are looking at you now.
You gotta play to your strengths, man. It's okay. Don't sweat it. It's all good.
My hands are large and my fingers are strong.
Angelam, you should really learn to be more quiet. Come on.
You guys think
Come
I
on.
can eat this?
I live in a library.
The popcorn does appear edible.
Yeah, but so did the grapes. Just don't do it. Come on. It's all good.
Oh,
We're
it's
almost
white
there.
cheddar popcorn, though.
I know it's the good stuff, but come on.
Oh, fine. I mean, it didn't. All I got was like rainbowy, and then I felt fine. Oh, that's because you cast a spell on me. You could just do that again, right?
It would be my preference that I do not have to.
That wasn't no.
Please do not, for my own sake.
I'm just playing with you, kinda.
We already discussed that I am no fun.
As you're having that bit of conversation, it's a few moments after the popcorn has rained down from the sky, you all hear a bing, and you see Fur standing, leaning up against one of the aisles, arms crossed, at the end of the aisle, where you're about to head to try to leave the aisle. It's like, what did I say about going to aisle 4?
That we should totally check it out.
That is the opposite of what I said about going to aisle 4.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
man.
page clean up on aisle 4 now?
It kind of stops and looks around and goes, what the... How did you manage to get popcorn all over the floor?
I am very good at select things.
You need to quality control in your products. It's all over the place, man. You really gotta.
That's why I said don't come to this aisle. The products aren't ready. We're swapping things out. There's plenty of products in here that are just not up to our normal Circle H quality.
Can I make an insight check against that?
Sure.
$22.
22. What are you trying to infer?
I just want to see if he's lying to us as to the reason that we were not supposed to be here.
Oh no, he's definitely lying through his teeth about why you shouldn't have come to aisle 4.
Yeah.
I mean, given who it is, lies are to be expected at this point. So it's not very hard to guess.
Yeah.
He's like, so, best move along now. And he pulls a radio from his back pocket and goes, clean up on aisle 4. Bring in Jenkins.
Yes.
But wait, which one of these is like your favorite? Like your most popular brand?
Well, there's Circle H brand, of course. It's the only brand in the aisle.
Okay, but like the flavor, and she's definitely trying to buy some time if anybody wants to do some.
Yeah.
Roll deception.
Okay.
That looks like a good face. That must be a nat 20.
It's a 7.
Okay. What is Wick wanting to do?
I just want to cast Hunter's Mark on.
Okay. That should be fine. So what'll happen is a fur will turn to Alia and go, I know that trick. It's not going to work on me. You can try to buy time all you want, but I know what you're doing. You're trying to lie to the father of lies.
Me?
And as he's doing that, you're able to cast Hunter's Mark. He's just like, ugh, amateurs.
See, I'm personally like a sour cream and cheddar kind of gal, so you know.
It's like, well, I mean, that is a respectable choice. Not my personal favorite, but I
No, now I have to know.
Get out of here!
Ah!
And he starts shooing you away. Do you leave, or what do you do?
I keep an eye on him and give him one of these as we walk away.
So he looks at Angelam, and when you're doing like the I see you, just kind of sighs, slumps his shoulders for a second, and then points up at all the cameras on the ceiling. And does the little shoot.
I give all the cameras middle fingers as we leave.
Okay. And as you leave, you hear Fur muttering to himself, where the hell is Jenkins? I mean, yes, of course I know. He's in hell. Where is Jenkins? And you hear the radio clicking on and off as he's trying to find Jenkins. But you do make it out of the aisle.
Is Fur still there? Just in the aisle?
Yeah, he's kind of exasperatedly shouting into his radio and looking around at all of this popcorn on the floor.
I want to look back at him and just ask, Hey, Fur, what does Jenkins look like? I might have seen him.
And he's like, what do you mean you might have seen him?
I feel like I saw someone over on the other aisle. If you could tell me what he looks like, I could tell you if that was him or not.
Roll deception.
$16.
All right, that ain't bad. Ain't bad.
What aisle did you say you thought you saw him on?
We look at this directory.
As you're kind of as Lantir's kind of panicking for a second, Fur goes, well, speak up! I don't have all day. I mean, I have all of eternity, but I'm impatient. So, which aisle did you see him on?
8.
8. Toad Jenkins. He's supposed to be running the front of the store, not the back of the store. That is so hard to find good help.
Well, I think that was him at 8. What does he look like?
It depends on his mood. He always looks different.
What does he look like today?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen him today, but he's usually wearing one of these, and he points to his red Circle H vest. He's like, it's so hard to find good help, and, you try to be nice to family, you hire your nephew, and then they turn out to be a total waste of space. I suppose I could play Kick the Jenkins head again. That would be fun. That might just be the stress relief I need today. Thank you for letting me know where Jenkins is. For that, I will not charge you for the bag of popcorn that you so rudely spilled all over the floor. Now I'm going to go torture my nephew. This will be fun. And then he poofs.
I'm gonna start heading
So-
back down 4 again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same.
Stepping around all the popcorn.
I'm gonna shuffle
Um,
through it. Just
Okay. Wick,
Like
you
a
can
kid.
shuffle through it. No problem. If you're trying to like tiptoe around it, because of the volume of popcorn on the floor, I'm gonna say roll acrobatics.
Ooh,
Because you're
okay.
basically gonna have to like do a heist movie, moving through the lasers type of dance to get around all this popcorn.
Y'all know I have like
So-
a +4 in acrobatics, and I rolled an 8 total. 8.
Ooh. A few of your steps don't crunch popcorn.
I should take the victories where I can get them.
Yeah. Wick, you can shuffle through the popcorn, no problem. Lentaire and Androlum, how do you navigate this popcorn?
I'm just gonna move in the steps that Wick has already created.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna jump it.
You're gonna jump over the popcorn?
Yes.
Okay. Roll acrobatics.
Oh shoot, is that acrobatics? I thought that was athletics.
That's acrobatics.
Oh no. I channel divinity and give myself proficiency in acrobatics.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So you kind of do like the long jump in the Olympics. So you get a running start and you leap, but you don't really think about the landing so much. So you do manage to get across all the popcorn, but your feet kind of slide out from under you as you hit the slippery tile just after it, and so you slide a decent ways on your butt down the aisle. Your butt hurts a little bit, but you're otherwise none the worse for wear.
Are you okay?
I am well.
that was
Good, because that was embarrassing again.
no, I thought it was good. You had a good man, you tried so good. It was a good arc.
Well, Wick,
Landing.
you're so really cool and tough and real like awesome, yeah. And not nice.
Thanks. Thanks.
So you all make it past the popcorn. What else are you doing in this aisle?
Is there anything on the ceiling other than the eyeballs? Not the eyeballs, the cameras, but the arcane eyeballs.
The arcane eyeballs. It's just like railings and rafter type stuff. Just part of the architecture. Nothing really stands out. It's all painted white. There's a couple of skylights, but they are pitch black.
Are we just looking for the end of this aisle? Is that the plan?
You've now navigated the entirety of the aisle. Everybody give me an insight check.
Natural 20.
Fantastic.
That was also the Die Hard dice.
Nice.
11.
They're balanced.
So 16.
Okay. So the 16 and the nat 20 are really the only two that give you any decent amount of insight. So with the 16, Lantaire, you start thinking about the fact that, wait a minute, I only saw the one bag of the crack and puke flavored potato chips. And then, Andrelom, with your nat 20, you realize that you also have not seen a single other bag of Kraken Puke flavored potato chips. And you kind of start looking through again, and you realize that is literally the only bag of Kraken Puke Halloween edition potato chips in this aisle. And you realize that that's probably significant.
What does this all mean?
What? What's what?
Well,
I think I was onto something with using the Kraken to get out of here, guys.
Okay.
I think you're onto something too. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
What are we putting down?
Yeah,
What
I
he's-
don't
what he's
know.
picking up.
I have lost track of this conversation.
The Kraken Puke.
Of course! About the
Yeah.
Kraken puke?
The original Kraken Puke was a foreshadow, a metaphor for how we are going to make it out of here. And that's with this. I try and pull it out. It's crinkling. Kraken Puke.
This
This
was Halloween edition?
is.
Oh, give me a second.
Oh dear.
I look at Ayla like, what are they talking about?
I was really hoping you knew.
Why is
Yeah,
Angelom just running down the aisle?
I love it. That's so great.
I'm ready now.
You are Halloween edition now.
I feel like you should have the honors. Here.
What am I supposed to do with it?
Take it.
Um,
I take the bag as softly and gently as I can, given my experience with chip bags so far today.
you handle the bag beautifully. Do you take a closer look at the bag?
Yes, I will look over the label, the nutrition info, any writing on it I can find.
Okay. Give me a quick perception roll.
Look for fun facts, too.
It's a total of 11.
Total of 11. Okay. So you look through, and the nutrition info has zeros on everything. No nutritional value whatsoever. You look at the barcode, and the barcode just has like 3 lines, and it says 666 at the bottom of it. And there's a bunch of little ads for other Circle H products. And then you notice at the very bottom it says warning. Excuse me. Warning. Eating more than the suggested serving size may cause hell portals.
I've found it. What is the suggested serving size?
10 chips.
Oh, God.
What did we? What did you?
What did you find?
Why are you making that face, Angelom?
What is it?
It says eating more than the serving size of 10 chips may cause hell portals.
Wick's eyes get enormous, and for the first time, there's excitement there. You said the P word, and she looks
As you read a little bit further after getting over the initial shock, there's another little warning right below that one in smaller italicized text. It says, "Note: hell portals are personal size only." You get the feeling that it'll only work for one person that eats more than 10 chips.
What if I like piggyback?
You can certainly try.
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
Can I make a guess as to how many chips might be in this bag?
Yeah, it's a big bag. There's easily
Family
enough
size.
easily enough chips in there for all of you to eat 11 plus chips 2 or 3 times over. It's a big bag of chips.
Well, do we try to get out via the Kraken puke chips?
Yes.
You guys think that the French onion dip is cursed? Because, I mean, it might cover it up at least.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Like some queso or something? Yeah.
Yes! It is
Yeah.
the grape connection! Is there a warning around the French onion dip?
Nope. You do notice that little disclaimer sign underneath the shelf that you see on everything in the store, but there's nothing specifically on the onion chips.
So wait. If it's a personal size portal, if the biggest person eats the chips, maybe it'll be a them size portal, and if we all hold hands.
You did lose the nose game.
I did lose the nose game, and I believe I am the largest. Unless, Lanter, you would like to turn into something bigger than me.
I'm gonna turn into a dog, a very small dog.
I look at the bag of chips and say, it was worth a try. I open the bag of chips.
Okay. As you do, I'm gonna need everyone to give me a Constitution check, a Constitution save.
Check or save?
Save. Sorry.
$19 for your boy.
15!
17.
Nice.
13?
Okay. Yeah, everybody's fine. So the smell is overwhelming. It hits you in the face like a fist. But once you get over that initial shock, you're okay. You're like, okay, that smells horrible, but I'm not losing my food. I'm not lightheaded. I think I'm okay. And you're able to move forward.
I reach my trunk into the bag. And thank you for that, whoever put that in the... I reach my trunk into the bag and pull out a handful of chips and just shove them in my mouth.
Okay. So you just grab a handful and shove them into your mouth, huh?
A trunk full, yes.
Okay. You managed to shove 7 chips into your mouth. Make another Constitution save.
16 that time.
Okay. It's the worst thing you've ever tasted in your life. You start to gag, but you manage to just force it down and hold it down. Nothing happens.
Alright, 4 more. I grab 2 chips out of the bag. Go again.
Another Constitution save.
19! We're getting steadily better at this!
Okay. Yeah, you're like, okay, I've gotten used to it. It's fine. So you've had 9 chips now. Nothing happens.
I grab 2 more potato chips.
Okay. You're able to eat those, no problem. You did so well on your last save that it carries over. And a portal roughly the size of you appears.
Someone go!
It's this dark purple swirl with these like like gold color sparkles in it. Almost looks like a galaxy, and it's just spinning and swirling. Actually, as you look at it, you start to get a little oof, because those chips are talking back and it's spinning around, but you're okay. It tastes chunking awful. That's funny.
Someone go.
I'm gonna nudge him with my head, just nudge him towards the portal.
Okay.
I think I fall into the portal at this point.
I'm
Okay.
not strong or anything. I'm a very small dog.
As Andrelum falls through the portal, as soon as he's completely through, it goes zip, and blinks out of existence, and Andrelum is nowhere to be seen. The bag of chips is on the floor.
Was that what we wanted to have happen?
Man, I should have lost at the nose game.
What do we... I mean, I guess we can hope we all end up in the same place. What do you want to... I'm gonna go
Are there chips? Did Andrelum drop the chips?
Yeah, they're on, the bag is on the ground.
All right.
None of them are spelled out.
I will scoop them up, and I will look at everyone else. Okay. And I will pinch my nose, and I will just fistful and...
Okay. Give me another Constitution save.
Oh no! Six.
Okay. So you're not able to hold those down. You kind of gag and end up throwing them up on the floor. But your next try, you're able to keep those down, and an Alia-sized portal opens up. You're feeling queasy and a little dizzy, but you can see the portal in front of you.
I wish I had chewing gum, and then she's gonna jump through.
Okay. As Alia jumps through, the portal closes with a little zip, and the bag of chips falls to the ground.
I'll pick it up, and I'm gonna look at Lantair and be like, do you want to just try to come with me? Or, I mean, I know we're doing a thing here, but... Okay. I'll just try to shove as many chips in my mouth as...
Okay. Constitution save.
That's a 4.
Okay, so first attempt, you, there's lots of puke happening on the ground now. But your second time, assuming you try again, you're able to keep it down that time. Same thing, portal opens up, it's perfectly wick-sized, and do you go through? Okay, same deal. You jump through, portal goes, swoop, and the bag of chips falls on the ground. Lantair, you are left with white cheddar popcorn to the left of you, and 2 piles of Kraken puke flavored chips puke to the right of you, and a bag of Kraken puke potato chips on the floor in front of you.
Nice. So
What do you
Kraken
do?
puke to go along with the Kraken puke chips.
Yep.
Well, I was originally going to just eat it off the floor like a dog. Felt like that would be the easiest. But I'm not going to do that because there's throw up. So I'm just gonna stick my face into the bag and just go at it.
Oh, okay. Constitution save.
$16. I'm a
Okay,
dog.
Yeah, you're totally in dog mode, and yeah, you scarf that down. 2 portals show up in front of you. Both of them.
I ate too many.
Yeah, both of them you sized.
You know, I realize actually it ain't that bad. I'm just gonna finish it up and hop into the portal.
Okay, as you finish the bag, probably like 2 or 3 more portals pop up around you. But you're able to jump through one. All of them go zip.
I might
Disappear.
like take a lick at the barf. I don't know. I'm a dog. Who knows?
Gross. So you all end up one after the other in rapid succession. You pop into existence in a space that looks much like where you came from. And as you turn around and look behind you, you see a glowing red sign that says, Circle H, we're having a hell of a sale, and an automatic door that you could go through. But you are outside the store.
We did it. But at what cost?
I can't. It just tastes.
Yeah.
You think they sell chewing gum?
Nope.
I'm gonna go jump and hop into like Alia's arms as a dog, and just start licking her face.
Oh no!
Oh no!
His breath smells horrible.
And then I'm just gonna de-shift. And hey.
I'm pretty sure she just fell over.
Yeah, say roll a quick strength check.
Oh, cool. 18, I think. What's my
Nice.
my strength is 19.
So yeah, Lantair changes back into, normal form, and you're totally fine. You're like, okay, doesn't phase you at all.
Bridal style.
Perfect. So, you've all escaped the Circle H store, and our camera will pan back to the inside of the store, and the spooky noises stop. The music gets a little bit louder, and we watch as Fur comes wandering down aisle 4, hands on his hip, shaking his head. Ugh, this is disgusting. He pulls his radio up, puts it to his mouth, and goes, we got another cleanup on aisle 4. And that's where we'll end. Thank you, everybody. That was fantastic.
That was so much fun.
That was
Thank you.
That was
blast.
awesome.
Thank you all so
Of
much. Thank you for tuning in. This was the second to last of the 12 epic one-shots featuring the newest D&D supplement, Baldur's Gate Descents into Avernus. Thanks again to Will Crossweight for our intro music and Angela for the intro video. You can find them on Twitter at Crossweight Music and at Darling Gypsum, respectively. Darling_Gypsum. Please check out our sponsors, World Anvil and Die Hard Dice. They've been great. I've really enjoyed the one shots. So we are going to choose the winner for the Die Hard Dice contest. So do check the chat to see if you've won. And then again, I am. Oh, I thought there was something in there about the contest. Sorry. Oh, hey, Tabby, you won! Fantastic. Congrats.
Whoa! Our very own.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations again to Tabby again. I'm Raven. I am a professional GM, tabletop designer, and streamer. You can find me at twitch.tv/RAVVYN or on Twitter at the name down below at The Raven. I will be next doing another one shot as a player on my channel tomorrow. which is called Cartoon Heroes. A friend of mine's going to be jamming that, and we're going to be playing various Saturday morning cartoons fighting the evil corporations, which is pretty fun. So that's me, and then I'd like to go around and talk a little bit about our players here. So Spencer, we'll start with you. What was your favorite part of the game, and what's your favorite part about playing Angelom, and then where can we find you?
Oh, I loved talking with Fur. I think Fur was a great kind of villainous NPC. I knew when I made Angelom that he was going to be kind of a babysitter type. Because I rolled his stats and it ended up being positive in intelligence and wisdom and a half decent charisma, and I was like, oh no, I have to take care of these guys. You can find me on Twitter at the Scald DM. You can find my David Bowie album DB under the band name Owl King. And speaking of Will Crossweight, I played guitar on an album of his that's going to be coming out soon, so you can feel free to check that out once it does.
Awesome.
Thanks for DMing. I had a great time.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Fantastic. And then we'll go across and go to Jordan. What was your favorite part? What's your favorite part of playing Lanterre? And then where can we find you?
Oh, it's my turn, huh? Well, so I think my favorite was either the ridiculous chip flavors, like just going through the chip aisle, and yeah, it's interesting. Or I thought the aisle number 9, the garden aisle, was really creepy. I liked it a lot.
I'm glad you liked it.
What was your next question? Because
what was your favorite part about playing Lanterre?
changelings are really fun. You know, you can just shift and you know do your thing. It's cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And when
Karen was amazing.
Lanterre is just not very serious. He's very just a casual kind of guy.
Very cool.
And Karen, I can be Karen at any point in time.
that was fantastic.
Bust out the Karen.
The real hell was the Karen we made along the way.
Yes.
And then where can we find you next?
You can find me on Twitter at DM of Chaos C. Like, come be my friend and stuff, because I like people. So you should do that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And thank you,
and
thank
then-
you for running. I
absolutely.
enjoyed it.
I had a blast. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And then Tabby, we'll go to you next. What was your favorite part of the game? Your favorite part of playing Wick? And then where can we find you next?
I think my favorite part of the game was actually just like the setting, like the whole concept was amazing and not at all. I had no idea what we're getting into looking at the title, and then just everything built out amazingly, and it was just like, okay, yeah, no, this would be in hell. Absolutely. Yeah, totally makes sense. My favorite part about playing Wick is that this is the first negative charisma character I've ever played. I'm usually playing the paladins or, the high charisma characters, and this was very new and very enjoyable, and I'm glad it seemed like maybe she could make some friends despite her problems. And next, I don't know, you can always find me on Twitter. I have a problem. Or at Tabby LaRasa, and I'll be around. I'm hoping I can do more in the future, because this was a lot of fun, and I hope we can see everybody around. You can find me, add me. I talk mostly about D&D cosplay and Final Fantasy 14 right now, so those are my big fixations.
Nice. Well, fantastic. Well, thank you again for playing. That's great. And then last but certainly not least, we've got Victoria. What was your favorite part of the game, favorite part about playing Alia, and then where can we find you next?
Honestly, I hate to steal Tabby's answer, but I feel like she stole mine because the whole idea of being trapped in a store like this is so like original but so on point. So it was really, really awesome to explore that. And then my favorite part of playing Alia was just interacting with everyone because it was really fun to be the one who took nothing seriously. And you can find me as Pink Eldritch on Twitter, and you can also find me on the D&D 5e actual play podcast, Sacrosanct, as a player. And yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again, everyone, for playing. Thank you to all the viewers for being here. So the next one shot looks like we're going to have on Saturday at noon Pacific. And that'll be the final session of the 9 Hells of a Good Time. It's entitled The Final Countdown. It'll be DM'd by impressionist, podcaster, streamer, and all-around amazing person Kyle Gould. I'd also like to thank everybody over at here at Nerdsmith for all their work putting on the event, for keeping everything organized with 12 different DMs and I think 48 players. That's just logistically amazing. So thank you all for putting on this awesome event, letting us run these games. It's very fun. And then, I had a blast. I think I forgot to mention my favorite moment on the game. It's probably just honestly seeing how everybody interacted with this sort of hellish, surreal world that I put and interacting in ways that I did not expect. It was all fantastic and amazing. But that with that, we will sign off. So I'll just give you a wave, and I will leave you all with Fur's laugh. Bye!